beep. Hello, this is Phoenix Wright. You don't... Oh, wait, I was gonna... You don't look so well, dude. You're gonna prove me not guilty today, right? Oh, yeah, it's so weird, just, like, now that he, like, flipped his hair back, I can never see him the same again. I thought he was just like, oh, God. Huh, yeah, there it is. So much changes about him with just a little hair flick. Haha, if you please, Mr. Lawyer. Remember, it's not just me. Your precious friend's life is riding on today's verdict, too. Now listen up. You better get Engarde a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slime bag not guilty, I'll never forgive you. Ever. Maya. Phoenix. Phoenix. Oh, it's Mia. Maya. How's Maya? I don't know. You don't know? She hasn't tried to channel me since yesterday. Mia, what am I supposed to do? Well, like I said, for a lawyer, the worst of times are when you have to force your biggest smile. But you can't give up. There's still some hope left. Stop it, please. There's nothing left. Not here, not anywhere. Bone just... God. It's that accursed Engarde again. Will you leave me alone? Look, don't call me anymore. I mean it. You're really mean, pal. Poor Gumshoe. Gumshoe, I'm really, really sorry. Where are you? Then let me join the investigation team and we're chasing the killer, pal. Then you have some sort of lead? Sorry, but right now we've got 0 leads on the guy. But we're not going to give up. Gumshoe. Until the trial is over, until the verdict is handed down, we're gonna do everything we can to find a killer. If we can get Maya out, then we can, then you can get Engarde the guilty verdict he deserves, pal. That's true, I could do that, if they found Maya first. You got that? So you have to do whatever you can to make the trial last longer. Oh, okay, I have to make the trial last longer. If you go at Mr. Edgeworth with everything you've got, then you two can draw it out. Oh, now I get it. So basically, I gotta do what I normally do, which is try to defend. I'm gonna be defending Engarde, but at the end, betray him, possibly, if they get Maya out. I believe in you, pal. You can do it. Mr. Edgeworth can, too. So, believe in us. We're gonna give it all we've got, just like you. Got it. Thanks, Gumshoe. Hey, Phoenix. You understand now, don't you? You have something money will never be able to buy. Friendship. It's the strongest weapon in the world, and you have in abundance. Yeah. Looks like we're coming to the end. I have to make the trial last as long as I can. Gumshoe will come through, I know it. Like he's come through every time for Edgeworth, I bet, and never gotten a single piece of evidence mixed up with something, or done anything wrong, because, you know, Gumshoe's... Yeah, he's great. He's a great guy. Totally trustworthy. But he's got people backing him up, so maybe it won't be so bad. Anyway. It's time to begin. Court is now in session for the trial of Madame Engarde. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Now, as I recall, we concluded yesterday's session with a big mystery on our hands. The mystery being what exactly was Miss Adrienne Andrews' role in this murder. That is easy to say. Is she really connected to the crime itself? Or, that is to say... Mr. Edgeworth, if you would please inform the court of today's proceedings. Adrienne Andrews. She forged evidence that threw suspicion onto Mr. Engarde, and then proceeded to escape the crime scene by wearing the nickel samurai costume. The guilt of these actions are those from which she cannot escape. Huh, so you're saying she is guilty after all? I'm not finished, Your Honor. Miss Andrews has nothing to do with committing the actual murder. I would like to direct the court's attention to this card. What is that? It looks like a shell. This is a calling card of a certain assassin. Assassin, you say? Yes, Juan Carita was killed by a professional assassin, and the person who hired the assassin, his client, so to speak, is Madame Engarde. What a surprising turn of events. Huh. Huh. I would think it's becoming commonplace by now, Your Honor. I know what's going on this time. So I know that everything Edgeworth says is true. Yeah, this is a weird feeling. It's like, this is the one time that we're just sitting here and just like, yeah, Edgeworth's actually right for once. You know, he's not, this is what Edgeworth must feel like when he's going against us, and he still manages such confidence. That's pretty impressive, honestly. But we still have to hold out as long as we can. At least, until Maya is safe and sound. I wonder how the trial will turn out today. Now then, please call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls the defendant's mentor, Mr. Will Powers, to the stand. Now then, witness, your name and occupation, please. Okay. I'm, Will Powers. I'm a poor, underpaid action star. And what is your relation to the defendant? Well, I guess I'm sort of a lousy mentor to him in a way? Yeah. Mr. Powers, please, you don't need to put yourself down so much. Oh, sorry, well, I'm just kind of nothing sort of a guy. Kind of a nothing sort of guy. On the night of the murder, you visited the defendant's room. Is this correct? Yes. I didn't know that. But you know, I didn't actually get to see Matt when I went. All you need to do is answer what you're asked. Now then, I would like you to please testify about what you, about when you went to Mr. Angarda's room. Okay, sure. I wonder if this is gonna really change anything, though. Might as well find out. After the award ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's room. Matt was standing there in front of his room, still in the Nickel Samurai costume. He was talking with someone at first. I thought it was the bellboy. I watched the two of them for a while, but then I gave up and went back. I had guests with me that night, so I couldn't make them wait for me. Nothing sounds out of place in Mr. Powers' testimony. And talking with the bellboy is no big deal. If one assumes the person Mr. Angardi was speaking with was an ordinary bellboy, what are you implying? Well, Mr. Wright, let's have your cross-examination, shall we? Looks like we're in another sticky situation. Huh? A trap. Can't you smell it, Phoenix? Yeah. It's pretty well set up, too. But for us to find out more, we're gonna have to just charge in our head first, right? So we're just gonna have to activate his trap card? Oh, boy. I thought we were playing Pokemon, not Yu-Gi-Oh! Award ceremony, you went to Matt's room, okay. I was standing there in front of his room, still in the Nickel Samurai costume. I was talking with someone at first, I thought it was the bellboy. Watched the two of them for a while, but then I gave up and went back. Okay, first of all, why did you go to Matt's room? The defendant's room? Why did you go there? Well, I'm his mentor, like a big brother sort of, and I wanted to say congrats. Oh, what's wrong? Why did you stop? Mr. Wright. What is it? You're gonna try to trick me into a corner, aren't you? Huh? I know I'm just a poor underpaid action star, but I'm not the killer. No one said you were, Mr. Powers. No, please, don't trick me. Every time you do your lawyer thing, the witness suddenly turns into a bad guy. You know, that you gotta admit, it's pretty true. Oh man, every time. Witness, I will personally talk to the defense at a later time. So for now, please kindly cooperate and continue with your testimony. Sorry. So you went to the defendant's room, and then? Hey, wait a minute. When and how did I suddenly turn into the bad guy here? I was standing in front of his room, still in the Nickel Samurai costume. Yeah, we know that. I don't know, I'm being a little selective with my pressing. Maybe I just need to find out as much information as I can. I'll go with what I want to press on first, and then if I am just trying to get information, then I'll press all of them. I thought it was the bellboy. Yeah, we know that. Two of them. Now, why? So why did you watch them for a little while? And what made you just? Well, I guess you just got bored and gave up. But you saw the two of them, the bellboy and the defendant, together, correct? Yeah, the bellboy just wanted to say congrats. Now, while you're watching the two of them, did you notice anything strange? You know, I did feel something kind of weird. It was, I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip. A tip? But that's a perfectly normal thing to do. So, how long did you watch the two of them? Not more than a minute or two, I think. I wonder who these guests were. Just, who were the guests that were with you that night? So who are these guests you're talking about? You guys, of course. You and Maya and Little Pearls? I thought it would be really rude since I invited you guys if I disappeared on you. So I went back to my seat pretty soon after seeing Matt in the hallway. This is like squeezing water from a stone. It's probably pointless to press further. Do you remember this incident? Did Mr. Powers leave his seat that night? I don't remember that happening at all. Maya was making such a racket in her hyper state. I ended up focusing on her. I see. In any case, from his story, he probably wasn't gone for very long. A couple minutes, probably. After the award ceremony, I went by, yeah. I just press on everything now. There's nothing else I personally wanted to press on, so might as well see what else he has to say. Are you sure that was Man and Garnet? Well, yeah, I'm sure. He wasn't wearing the nickel samurai mask then. If that's the case, then he really can't be mistaken. And what was the defendant doing standing in front of his own room? He was talking with someone at first. I thought it was the bellboy. I don't think I pressed on this one either. At first? What do you mean by that? I didn't think he was the normal bellboy. And why was that? Why did I think that, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Hey, wait a second. Actually, Mr. Powers, only a few minutes ago you stated... you know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip. Could it be that you felt something strange about the tip-giving incident itself? Ah, yeah, that's it. You really do know your job. Huh, Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. This bellboy, he wasn't an ordinary one, was he? Perhaps we should let the witness tell us. Very well. Mr. Powers, please amend your testimony. You mean about the bellboy, right? Matt gave the bellboy a tip. Whoa! Yeah, that's what we were looking for. That's all the information we need. You know what? I don't even need to press on this. You know, that is a great statement right there. Yeah. Come on now. So he gave the bellboy a tip. What's so strange about that? Well, you see, Matt's not a poor penny pitcher like me. I was trying to figure out how much it was because the tip really shocked me. How much it was? But that's when something even more surprising happened. The bellboy was putting the tip he got in his pocket. And that's when I got my first good look at the guy's face. I was really shocked. Huh? I'm afraid I don't follow at all. Sounds like Mr. Powers was surprised twice by this event. Wonder which one of his shocking moments I should ask about. Well, I already know the bellboy's face personally, though, so... See, I already know the face of the bellboy. But maybe that would lead to something else. But I'm also interested in how big that tip was. Because that could lead into... Oh, but then that would lead into... Oh, they both lead into... If Edgeworth knew who what the face looked like, would he recognize that it's Shelly the Killer? But then again, if they talked about how big the tip was, that would also lead to possibly Shelley the Killer, and then that would make the trial faster. And I'm trying to prolong the trial, so which one would prolong the trial more, honestly? Now, they said a lot of cash, and surprisingly, I don't know which one I want to go to. I'll just go with the tip for now. I'm gonna try to be, like, prolonging the trial. This might be a mistake. I'm gonna try to prolong the trial. See if I can, like, kind of side-skirt around it. Step around it. Sidestep around it. The defendant is a huge star. He can afford to give generous tips, wouldn't you agree? Sure. But giving him that much was maybe a little too much. I think. A little too much? Would you please clarify to the court about how much you would say the defendant gave to the bellboy? Honestly, I don't know. I can't even begin to guess. And why is that? Because he gave the bellboy a really fat roll of cash. Damn. A roll of cash. Yeah, rolls of cash are pretty big. Well, how interesting. That certainly was a very generous tip, wasn't it? A very fat roll of cash. That can hardly be called a tip, Your Honor. Huh. Yeah, shit. The judge is beginning to look awfully suspicious of us. Yeah, this is what I was worried about. Edgeworth is trying to make this into, I need to prolong the trial. I'm gonna have to object to this, because Edgeworth's gonna try to make it seem like, Engarde was giving money for the actual assassination at that point. Or paying for the assassination. Yeah, I don't know if it was... I think it says before the assassination. Anyway, raise an objection. We need to prolong this. The defendant is a superstar. That kind of tip is typical fare for people like him. Are you saying that all superstars are super spenders? If I could receive large rolls of cash by simply bringing people things on trays, then why on earth would I stand around here prosecuting? God damn it. That's like an entire year's worth of pay right there. It's like he's got a point. I don't even get paid, let alone rolls of cash for all my hard work. So supposing that roll of cash was not a tip, then what was it? Payment, Your Honor. Payment? Oh, Edgeworth. It's good to see that animation again. It's been a while. It's just, yeah, it's so nice to see it in this trial. I did miss it for a while. Isn't it obvious? For the murder of Mr. Juan Corrida. Then the bellboy the witness saw. Yes, he was the assassin. You can see, you kind of see Powers kind of like hunched over on the stand. I like that. Hold your horses now, Mr. Edgeworth. You don't have any proof of this, do you? Have I ever been unprepared to support my claims, Your Honor? I have here the card Shelley the Killer left at the scene of the crime. Shelley the Killer? He is a person the police's special investigation team has been chasing for ages. I'm certain that the person the witness saw was this very assassin, Shelley the Killer. Really? What's wrong, Mr. Powers? No, nothing. Something just clicked in my head and I think I figured something out. Oh? Actually, I saw the bellboy again later on that night. What? Mr. Powers, please testify. Tell us what you saw. Yes, sir, right away. This time, I was in the hallway because I had to go to the bathroom. And that's when the bellboy I saw earlier came out of the room. Of course, when I say room, I mean Juan Corrida's room. Now that I think about it, the bellboy did kind of seem out of place. Yeah, so he had to be the assassin, I'm sure of it. I mean... Thank you very much. That is all we need for now. Just interrupt his testimony? Huh? But I'm not done. There's still more. Oh, is Edgeworth trying to help me prolong it? Let's first establish that the bellboy was truly Mr. the Killer. Then we shall see. Huh, so the bellboy came out of the victim's room. And if that bellboy really was the assassin, then I think the answer is fairly obvious. That would be correct, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, I believe it's your turn to entertain us and make us laugh. Ha 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 ha. This is no laughing matter. Okay, so you were in the hallway and had to go to the bathroom. Okay. Let me press the... Why did you have to go to the bathroom? Oh, and that's when the bellboy came out of the room earlier. Okay, and of course when I say room, I mean Juan Carita's room. Okay, so he came out of Juan Carita's room. Yeah. Now that I think about it, the bellboy did seem kind of out of place. Now, why did he seem out of place? I'm curious here. So what exactly was so out of place about him? Right. What why the insipid grin? Maybe because I have no idea what damaging thing he's going to say next? Well, the bellboy was empty-handed. Empty-handed? The bellboy was one of those room service people, right? But he wasn't pushing a cart and he wasn't holding a tray either. You called that a little strange too, wouldn't you? Huh. I agree that it is a bit strange, Mr. Powers. But is it really that unusual for a bellboy to be empty-handed? What should I do? Should I let Mr. Powers' testimony slide, or... Try to pull a fast one. That's... What are we gonna try, though? That's the question. What fast one are we trying to pull? Is it gonna help? Maybe? I gotta prolong this trial. We're taking risks. We're taking risks. We're going the risky path. We gotta prolong this trial as long as we can. There's nothing there's nothing strange or unusual about an empty-handed bellboy. But there really is. There really isn't. Was that your fast one? Really? If you two are done being school children, bellboys are for room service. There's no reason for them to be empty-handed. Ever. Your Honor, I ask that the witness' previous statement be supplemented with this one, or supplanted with this one. Oh. Edgeworth. Are you gonna do whatever you can to make the bellboy look suspicious? I see. Very well. This court recognizes and grants the prosecution's request. Mr. Powers, if you could amend your testimony, please. Yes, sir. I thought it was kind of strange for a bellboy to come out of the guest room empty-handed. Okay, that's all he fixed. Okay, so if we're talking about... Okay, let me read through the rest of his statements real quick. I'm thinking about this. Empty-handed. I'm thinking about empty-handed, and maybe he came to drop something off. Maybe I could, like, say he came to drop something off him. Because I'm trying to defend, Engarde right now, so I need to defend that's the same as defending the killer, pretty much, for now. At least. So, I could say he went to drop something off, but I don't remember what was, I don't remember what was in the room. Yes, I'm sure of it. It had to be the assassin, I'm sure of it. In any case, if that bellboy wasn't the assassin, it'd be very bad for us. But he really is the assassin, you know? Yes, but you can't give in yet. If you want to prolong this trial for as long as possible, you're gonna have to pull some cheap tricks on this one. Okay, so I'm pulling cheap tricks. Okay, so let me look through my. Do I have a photo of the crime scene? Yes, I do. I remember correctly. Okay. Yeah. This was what she poured for herself, but we also have this. He had some juice on a tray. Or was it on a tray? It looks like it's on a tray in this picture, at least. So, do I have, anything else? What's this? Found next to the victim, it's filled with tomato juice, bears Andrew's fingerprints. No, that's... Is that, Or was that delivered by the... Now I'm thinking maybe he did deliver. I don't know. But I'm thinking... At least if I check the crime photo... he might have just... I could say he delivered one of those. That's why, of course, when I say room, came out empty-handed. So maybe I could say he went to deliver something and then he just put the money in his pocket, like before. So maybe the crime photo? I'm gonna go with the crime photo. Mr. Powers. Yes? You're easily influenced by other people's words, aren't you? As soon as you heard that the bellboy might have been the killer, you got caught up in believing that it must be true. But, isn't he really suspicious? He's got all those stitches and... So? A baseball has stitches. Are you saying that all baseballs are suspicious because they have stitches? Well, there's also, I mean, what about him being empty-handed? I would like to ask the court to please take a look here. This is the crime scene. There's a wine glass. Okay, so he's going with the wine glass. Never mind. I was thinking the tomato juice or something was brought out. Maybe, like, he brought, like, a drink over or something. Or food. Just in general. But, yeah, wine glass works with me. Whatever. I'll take it. Sitting next to Kurita's body. The liquid inside this glass is tomato juice. And now... Oh! Okay. There we go. Yeah. If you look at what is in the top of... what is on top of the table in the lower right corner here. Yeah, there we go. This is what I wanted to talk about. That's what I thought. Because she poured herself juice. But that's fine. I'm fine with that. But he's the one who brought... We're going to say he's the one who brought over the juice itself. Anyone can clearly see that it's a tray with a bottle of tomato juice on it. The bellboy had just brought this to Mr. Kurita's room and left a tray in the room, which is why he was empty-handed when he left. But that would mean the bellboy had seen and left a dead body in the room. But you can only prove, can you prove that Mr. Kurita was already dead at that time? Mr. Edgeworth. Yes? I blame you for leading me down this route. I give you a penalty. Edgeworth's bar drops. Just Edgeworth's bar appears out of nowhere. Yeah, that'd be lovely. I'm terribly sorry. What's with him? Why is he laughing?